Akume, the Secretary of the Government of the Federation, came out some days ago and told Northerners to allow presidency to rest in the South beyond 2027, meaning he is trying to tell Atiku and all the Northerners who had the interest of running for presidency by 2027 to tune down the volume of their presidential ambition and allow Tinubu to run back to return as president beyond 2027.
Certainly.
Another report Nigerians are expected is the implementation of the Orosaya report. You know, we saw that announcement from the Minister of Information saying that some ministries and agencies will be merged. Those that are seen to have similar functions will be merged, and the cost of governance will be reduced. But this has not really translated into much, despite President Bola Tinubu's commitment to the implementation of these reports.
Policy decisions are not are not implemented sometimes as one outside of the government system would expect. At the end of the day, you have to fine-tune it very well to ensure that there is no duplication, that people do not lose jobs unnecessarily. Of course, you know the impact of that on employment. And at the end of the day, you want to ensure that what is implemented is in the best interest of government, it is in the best interest of the people. We recall that this report by Rosinger was concluded and submitted before the Buhari administration came to power, and I think before Jonathan. It was during this our time that the president decided to take a keen interest in it. So if you say it's taking time, don't forget the time it was also submitted. And it is within this time of President Tinubu that action is being taken on it.
Yeah. Well, let's talk politics now. 2027 is still more than 2 years away, but it appears as if the campaign or the build-up to that time is already gaining momentum in the country. We have seen different groups forming alliance and different coalitions coming up now. Some might metamorphose into political parties, and what their aim is to take power from the APC in 2027, especially to unseat President Bola Tinubu in 2027. As a politician now, not as a secretary to the government of the Federation, as a politician who also has been in the game for so long, do you see anybody challenging President Bola Tinubu, giving the party, the APC, a run for its money in 2027? Because some people are also saying that the APC has frittered away its goodwill. So that's why we are seeing these kind of groups coming up to even attempts to take a shot at the #1 seats.
Well, there was a time we had over 60 political parties. Well, this is democracy and people are entitled to their views. Again, in a democracy, you always have groups springing up and forming alliances, creating movements, and intending to transform them into political parties. The political ball, quite frankly, has started to roll. And there is one group which is headed by the former governor of Kano State. The secretary is from Benue State, Barrister Emmanuel Jime. He was a member of the House of Reps before. People have a right to form alliances, but my candid advice to my people in the North is this: as you form your alliances, okay, fine. Make sure your candidates are also from the South. Why? Because that is one thing that will guarantee our territorial integrity and unity. I recall in 1999 in Kaduna, we met at the invitation of our leaders. When I talk about we, governors-elect on the platform of the PDP in the north were summoned to Kaduna by our leaders, led by Chief Solomon Lal. He was assisted by Malam Adamu Chiroma. These were very respected people. Others included Abubakar Sule Lamido, Isaac Shah, Professor Suleiman Kumo, Abdul Razak, Iroda Musa, Jerry Ghana, and a host of others. I think there were a host of others. There were about 20 of them. Now, what was the discussion? Power change, power shift.
Yeah.
They told us, there was volatility in the politics because the South had the view that power had been domiciled in the North for too long, since independence. It was time for power to shift to the South. And they said the annulment of June 12 had complicated the whole thing. Therefore, we must support power shift to the South. We had some reservations as young people, but they proffered very superior argument. Power will be in the South, 8 years in the South, 8 in the North. We'll be alternating. And really, that was what brought sanity to the system. That's number one. Number two, who should be the candidate? It was agreed that Chief Olusegun Obasanjo should be the candidate. That was the decision we took in Kaduna on power shift. I don't think anybody will deviate from that. We went to Jos, and then we elected Obasanjo flag bearer. And that is why when the issue of third term started, some of us opposed it completely because it was not in the spirit of the gentleman's agreement we had in Kaduna. And it wasn't because of anything personal. We believed it was wrong. It was unconstitutional too. And today, this was what I said at the convocation of Nai University, where I was given an honorary doctorate. Appeal to my brothers in the North to wait till 2031 to run for presidential election. It is not yet the time for the North to throw in the heart in the ring. It's not yet the time.
Yeah, from all indications, especially on the side of the People's Democratic Party, it appears as if Alhaji Atiku gets his way, they might field another candidate.
Incidentally, Atiku too, with due respect, was part of that meeting. But that time he was still governor and also a leader, a noted leader.
And he signed on to that.
Yes. So it's not yet time of the North. This has been my appeal to them. Let us not destroy our country because of personal ambition. If it is the will of God, at 90, you can still be president of this country. If it is not his will, you will never be. But my advice, and this has been consistent, is that let us not rock the boat. Let us allow this power to reside in the North, in the South for 8 years, and from there it will come to the North. To do otherwise, honestly, is to destroy this country. When President Obasanjo was on the throne, and there were attempts, to impeach him, I issued a statement quickly. If you impeach Obasanjo, you impeach Nigeria. Because that wasn't the agreement we had. Impeach him so that the Northerner will take over. No. That would not be correct. And I still maintain my stance. And this is an appeal. Maybe some people don't know what took place in Kaduna. And that brought peace to this country.
So you are not against groups forming alliances. Your position is that whoever they bring forward as a candidate must be from the South and not the North.
Then that candidate will also be defeated by us. Nobody should deceive you that we have lost our goodwill. We haven't. no government would have done better than what we are doing.
Well, I listened to a podcast from a colleague where he was speaking with a member of the All Progressives Congress, and he asked him if the elections were to be conducted today, as it were, does the APC stand a chance of winning? And he expressed his doubts.
That is his personal view. But election was conducted recently in Edo. We won. Election was conducted in Ondo recently. We won.
Maybe the presidential election.
What is presidential election? What is different from this thing? Incidentally, the policies of government are impacting. They have started yielding fruit. All this issue of, okay, I am governor of Ondo State, and then when it comes to presidential election, I will not campaign for my president. I will go and campaign for some other person somewhere to win. It will be very funny. And I have no doubt in my mind that we are going to win, round and square, according to Adamochiro. When you say Abiola won, round and square. So we are going to win again, round and square. Anybody, sometimes somebody will have his own personal problem and they try to visit on others. Yeah, it's not so. I think it's just a matter of understanding. And before, I know some people may not be happy with certain things, but the party has its own mechanism for resolving some of these problems. You make peace with people, you reconcile, and so on. That's all. It's not that we will lose. If we were to lose, we would have started losing government elections, state elections. These are major elections too.
You know, speaking about some people not being happy, you know, I've also listened to some members of your party who feel left out. After campaigning and helping the party win election, you know, they feel left out in the scheme of things. Some of them say, you know, some of these appointments being announced are given to people who were not part of that campaign or who even never believed in President Bola Tinubu's agenda and did not even promote it, but they are now benefiting.
Well, Bill Clinton once said in his book, My Life, I think, he said, look, after the election, the most critical thing you face is what? Governance. Assembling a cabinet. How do you balance this? Technocrats and politicians. You need politicians, technocrats and politicians. And I think what our government has been doing is to try to have a mix, technocrats and also politicians. It is not yet late for people to be accommodated. It's coming gradually. The list is coming out in bits.
So you admit that those concerns are genuine?
Not everybody is left out. Obviously, I mean, those who work for Tinubu, President Tinubu, I don't know whether they should be over 500,000 or that. So how many positions are in government to accommodate everybody? We wish everybody would be accommodated, but there are certain policies that also impact on the lives of everybody, whether you work for the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu or not. You are a Nigerian citizen, and his policies will have some positive effect on you, members of your family, and your community as well. If you look at the road construction, which is going on in the country, whether you're talking about Lagos, Calabar, you're talking about Sokoto to Baghdad, these are major, these are landmark, signature projects. They are going to impact lots of people and communities. So it's not necessarily that you have a position in government. Even if you don't have it today, tomorrow you have it. You know, or your son will have it. I remember my father was a politician, but he didn't go to school. He had a very big title. He was president of the UNBC at the district level. He suffered a lot of deprivation from the ruling party. But, you know, they were battle charged, they were arrested on trump-up charges, this, and so on. He never even knew that his son would one day be secretary to the government or governor or permanent secretary. So you see, what you invest today may be for a greater tomorrow. This will be my advice. But they are valued members of our party. We respect them, we respect their views, and we'll continue to do so. And others are also coming up. I remember also somebody who was complaining bitterly of being left out. 2 days later, I signed his letter. Asue Ighodalo has approved for him to be chairman of the board. So you see, sometimes we may complain early, but they have a right to. You see, when you invest in a project, you also expect some dividends. So it will be difficult to leave everybody, to leave people out. We respect them. Those who work for us.
But some people have also said what may work against your party now is what appears to be infighting. All is not well, especially in some sections of the party, at the local government, at the state level. We're hearing this is suspending this person. There are issues in the party that are yet to be settled, including in your state, Benue State. And that might also affect votes for President Bola Tinubu.
Well, I've been in this game for a long time, and there is no way you can have an organization huge like the APC, and you will not have some disagreements. Even PDP, which is a small party, they have their own disagreements.
The PDP people will disagree with you on that.
When
PDP is a small party.
How many of them are controlling states? And in any case, when people run away from them to come and join us. So it's a small party. They will not disagree. I think they have how many states now? I think they have 14 or 13. And it's a small party. This is the biggest party anyway in Africa so far. So you see, people's attitude to politics depends on their background too. I've been in this game for a long time by the grace of God. I have produced governors. Whether upon taking office they respect George Akume or not, that is their business. But the support of the masses is always with me. And that is why whenever people want to be what they want to be in politics, they come to Akume. If I were that bad, why is it that every time people come to see me, to consult me, to kneel down before me, to even cry, because they want to be this or that?
People's attitude to politics depends on their background.
So, I don't talk much. The masses are always with me, and I think it's a blessing from God. Since 1999. You see, such people are rare.
But as a leader, are you trying to reconcile your party, reconcile the differences within your party in Benue State, to ensure everyone is on the same page? Are you making moves?
Sure, we have to reconcile. It's very important we reconcile. I am one who is always for peace. Anybody who knows me will tell you that, yes, one of my major weaknesses is that I easily forgive people. I forgive because I also have my faults. Maybe if I don't forgive, God wouldn't bless me the way He has done. 2027, they will begin to cry to me again. I'm not kidding. All these talks, I just laugh because some have tested me in the past and they continue to regret. But as I spoke at the burial of one notable son of Benue, he said, look, Let's go back to where we started. Let's go back to where we started. It's good to be together. The Bible teaches us that, I think, Psalm 133, that when brothers sit down together and they work together, the sky is the limit. And so I believe in that. All this is initial ground. We arrive at amicable solution.
All right, then. We've arrived at the end of our program.
Akume is now under fire by both Galadima and other Atiku aides, including Atiku himself, on why he made that statement. Please, guys, if you are coming across my channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and like this channel. Turn on notifications so that when we get drop political issues like this,